Hi, I'm Bob Carroll. I'm the Executive Vice President and Permanent Solutions Labor Consultants, and I'm your host for today's episode of Employee Relations Words of Wisdom. So now we all have to work from home if we have that opportunity. And I've done this for quite a while. I split my time between my office and my home office, and it does take there's an adjustment that you have to come to grips with. You have distractions. You have if you have children, they can become, you love your children, but when you're working, they can become very difficult to get your job done. You have things in your home that you don't have at work that you have easy access to, and it can easily distract you from getting the job done. Now it's empty. But, with a little help, it's easy to adjust, and I'm going to help you. But I got to tell you, this right here drives me nuts when I get on a teleconference and someone's working from home and they don't really look the part. And I'll explain later because everybody has different cultures. But this right here, this is a joke. Okay, this is to prove a point. I would never do a professional podcast dressed like this. I may dress down, but it's amazing. I just watched a video where a woman forgot she was sitting on a toilet when she was on a conference call. I, there's a huge curve here, and the thing about the video is that wasn't even necessarily the only thing that was wrong. We're using Zoom. Zoom's an amazing software where you can get together and have a conference call with all your peers and handle your business as normal. And I saw a lot of mistakes. So I'm going to point out some of the mistakes that I've personally done, learned from, and that I've seen. So with that said, I gotta get out of this. I feel like I'm getting ready to go down to the street corner and beg for some change. So I'll see you in a second. Now I'm recording off of my Logi HD webcam. As you can see, colors are everything. Lighting is everything. This is much sharper. However, I have to accommodate the lighting. Um, a lot of distractions that you have to adjust to make it easier for others to communicate with you. So that's one pointer. I'll show you in a minute how to work with the lighting. It's very, very easy. Although I will say I believe delivery with Amazon is delayed during the crisis we're on right now. There's a simple gadget for this. It's less than $30 and it makes your life a lot easier and makes you look a lot better. But also look at the background. Uh, I'll show you in a minute I'll show you my home office, how it's set up, but you can see the monkeys hanging from the trees, and I'll tell you what that's all about in a minute. But, all right, I'll see you in a second.
Before I head up and get cleaned up, this is what you see as soon as you walk into my basement. Yeah, I have two kids. A lot of us do. This is their play area, and they need to clean it up a little bit. But no matter what, even when it's clean, it's a distraction. So what I did is I made my own area, and my little. Oh, never mind the Bud Light there. Remember, we're preparing for Doomsday, and I'm out of room in my fridge, and we don't drink a lot, so this will last probably a year. Uh, but this is where I feel at home. I mean, I made this place for me before uh, I moved in. I knew I needed a home office, and boom, that's it. I have a nice desk. I have a printer, my computer. I actually have an extra screen if I ever need to work off two screens, and most importantly, a comfortable chair because I do work at this desk. I treat it just like work. When I wake up in the morning, I follow a routine, come down to the office just like I would if I was driving into the office, and I sit in that chair until it's break time. I do have a couch, I do have a chair, but I'm not going to sit and work on the couch. I'm not going to sit and work in the chair because it's very easy to get too comfortable, to get lazy, to get distracted. So it takes a lot of focus, and I created this area right here to spend a majority of my day, and it works out very well. Working from the couch Working from the chair is a very bad idea. But I will say, if you look around the room with my Christmas story leg lamp, my memorabilia, all my guitars, nice TV, my recording studio, I have everything that makes me comfortable down here. And it just helps with the atmosphere to make me comfortable and make me have really good workflow. And I'm going to talk to you about lighting in a second. Well, I just talked to you about lighting. This device here is very neat. You hook your phone into there. This right here hooks into a USB and gives you different lighting settings so you can have perfect lighting when you're on a teleconference call. You can actually hook that to your desk. But since my desk, when I'm sitting in it with the webcam, as you saw the background, I actually take this, have it face the desk, turn my chair around, and then if I'm using my phone, I have a view of my actual workstation where I can, if you've seen it on other videos, uh, it's a very clean, professional looking environment. And people that are watching are less distracted by what's going on in the background.
All right, I'm back. I feel so much better. I'm clean shaved. I got proper clothing on, a button-up shirt. And honestly, for telecommuting, uh, a polo shirt is appropriate. It all depends on your culture. If you are in a culture where your owner or your CEO deems it appropriate to dress like I was dressed earlier, uh, that's up to you. I don't personally find working dressed like that productive. I find that if I get dressed like I go to the office every day, that I am more in a work mindset and psychologically I get more done. But what you want to do is make sure that you are relaying professionalism true to your culture, to your business. And again, a polo shirt is perfectly acceptable. A button-down shirt, if you're talking to someone in your leadership team, you have to know your culture. Now, the only time I may ever throw a tie on is if I'm talking to a potential client, and even then, most of the time, a button-down shirt is perfectly acceptable for working at home. You do have to make sure that you take time for yourself like you would at work, to take a lunch break, to take your 15-minute breaks. That you have to take care of yourself. You have to stay focused. You take breaks for a reason. It's so that your head is in the game and that you accomplish the goals that you have for the day. Speaking of goals, that's the first thing I do after I get up, shower, get dressed, have a nice breakfast. I make sure that I have my goals ready. I actually do it the night before so that I have it ready sitting on my desk and I can get going right away. Remember, we are in a time of crisis. The COVID-19 lockdown here in Michigan started at midnight last night. It's happening in a lot of other states. Basically, we're all going to be shut down. Let's face it. We're encouraged to work from home. A lot of people are working from home. This is a new concept to a lot of people. You have to do your best with it. You got to accept the reality that you are going to get sidetracked. So you have to practice it every day. Just remember, you are going to have to deal with a lot of distractions. This is going to be a learning curve for you. Working from home from the first time is a challenge. Remember, you have your pets, you have your families upstairs, you have all kinds of distractions you have to deal with. Stay away from the couch, work at a comfortable workstation, whatever makes you comfortable. And remember, you got kids. If you have kids and family, that they are going to do some things that. I'm making a video.
I got some games, Ed.
Mia, why don't you play the games you have upstairs?
I don't have money for games upstairs. Maybe you should just give me money so I can get games for upstairs.
I'm trying to make a video about how to be professional.
Okay, well, I want to play my games.
All right, get out of here. Now, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to live with those little things. Thank you for the acting, Mia. So they were having a
Dude, I
little
get my
fun.
phone.
Hey,
Gotta get my phone.
my gosh. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode of Employee Relations Words of Wisdom. Take it easy out there, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.